Let's go live now to Deloitte Economics partner Chris Richardson. Chris Richardson, good to see you. We are waiting the final number for this stimulus package. The government will announce it by the end of the week. Is it going to be in the order of $10 billion, do you think? And is that all that's needed, or are we waiting to see more in the budget?
$10 billion is a figure that's now reasonably regularly floated. We'll hear more details this morning about the health component of it. But the health component, the protecting people, is just one of three things. They'll be protecting businesses so as to protect jobs. And the key question, and much of the money will be the calm down money, the protecting confidence, if you like. Whether 10 billion is enough isn't yet clear. But remember, we're talking about the dollars going in. What's vital to come out is improved confidence. What's really hurting the Australian economy is not actually the virus. That's not the key pain. It's the panic around the virus. And if we can calm people down, then a lot of that damage would go away again.
Chris, it seems as though Donald Trump is pressing pause on payroll tax in the US, and that seems to have calmed the markets. Is that something that could be applied here? Great question, because you've got to think, yes, we're waiting for the feds to do something, and we know that's about tomorrow. Don't forget there's all sorts of other things happening. Interest rates are lower. The lower Australian dollar helps the Australian economy. Petrol prices are lower. That's the equivalent of a $2 billion tax cut, more than that, flowing into the pockets of families sometime in the next couple of weeks, and yet markets treated it as a disaster. And you are right that state governments, over and above the health money they'll be putting in, will probably be doing some more as well. Now, that may or may not end up being payroll tax, though that is an idea floated around what the states could do. But there will be a whole range chipping in.
Sorry, Chris, what's, in your view, the best vehicle in which to do this? Getting money out quickly, making sure it stays in the Australian economy, and to get those wheels turning?
And if there is that calm down cash going out, it's most vital to give it to the people who'll spend it. And that is the key way to keep an economy moving, particularly in regional areas. The most obvious one is the unemployed, who need that money anyway and would presumably spend every cent. That may or may not happen. It's not clear. Pensioners, good case for them. They're not quite as poor as the unemployed, but they're not that far off it. They're also most at risk from a health viewpoint, and lower interest rates, and for that matter, for some of them, lower share markets. You could be justifying fast money to them under those circumstances.
Fast money, checks in the mail, cash handouts, is that an option?
Look, it is, and again, the key is that we are hurting ourselves with the panic. Scared people don't spend. Scared families don't spend. Scared businesses don't spend. And if we're too scared, and chances are we are, then it's vital to turn that around. Some great messaging you're starting to hear. You heard it from the Prime Minister yesterday, but a range of people. And that sort of Team Australia moment is entirely true. Businesses have to chip in. We all have to chip in. I reached the age of 58 not knowing how to wash my hands properly. Who knew? The TV ads that explain all those things to us, so we just calm down.
Well, that's quite the confession here on First Edition from you, Chris Richardson. Always good to see you. Welcome back. We'll see you soon.
Thanks.